Hello, hello, hello again, everybody. I'm going to be back on this cultivator here, but before I start, I want to say thank you to the people that have subscribed to this channel. I tell you, I made a pig, mixing some pig feed for my pigs and gained another subscriber, and I just want to say thank you very much. It's like getting a present. It's amazing how exciting it is. You know, I never would have really thought that it'd have been that exciting to, to get subscribers like that. But it is pretty amazing. And I just wanted to say, thank you to any and all that did subscribe. It's an amazing feeling, and just appreciate you guys a whole bunch. And now, like I said, I'm going to get back on this there cultivator. I'm still trying to figure out the wheels, what I want to do. I did come up with, I've got outside in this junk pile this go-kart. And it had, it had been through a fire. Someone of the, I'll call him a neighbor, they'd had their go-kart out in the woods and lit a leaf fire and burn it up. But it had some bearings in it, and they are crunchy. So I don't know if I'm going to use these yet or not, but this one's, of course, you can see it. It isn't even free, and I even put some WD and stuff over within it. But I thought maybe was if I can find some bearings that are not too expensive, I don't know, they're probably more money than what I want to dump into this thing, but I just cut the hub out and use the hub and put it inside this piece there. But it's one of my options right now. I need to call up the parts store, maybe O'Reilly's. There's a number on here, and maybe they'd be able to give me a bearing or something like that. It's just I'd imagine a cheap go-kart. It's out underneath this pile. You can kind of see the frame of it, but the motor got burned up, seats all burned up in it and so forth. I had just got it because for anything it's scrap metal, and there's tubings and stuff I could use on it. I debated on whether to fix it up, but I think I'd get more money than what it'd even be worth. Like I said, the motor's burn up, so even if I went to Harbor Freight, that'd be $100 motor for one of their, or engines, I guess. They're their cheapest ones that they have, and I don't want to do that. And then with the tires, heck, they are looking like they're expensive, and the lawnmower tires aren't. I don't know. The main thing would be the engine, and a person getting that. It'd just be too much money, and I don't have any kids. They're all grown up, and if I get too much money in it, I wouldn't be able to give it to somebody, and I'm not, I'm just not going to fix it up, I don't think. What we got here, 50 and, oh gosh, what is that, 50 3/4? We got 25 3/4, that'd be, well, maybe half? Yeah, a bit right there. 25 3. We'll see here. Oh, I forgot what it was. 50 and what did I say? I don't know. We'll see what that is. My brain isn't working too well today. Yep, there it is. Yeah, that's pretty close. Brain don't normally work too well any day, but somewhere I have guess I could use this square, kind of like my other square. I thought I had it down there, but you can see I need to clean up my bench, huh? A bunch of mess all over it. There it is. But I'm going to work on the tongue today. Kind of get it going. But I wanted to, just tell everybody that subscribed, well, thanks. Man, it's like I ain't kidding you. This is like opening up a present. A surprise gift. It's just really, really cool. I should have set things up a little bit before I kind of went to start, huh? I'm just going to use cutoff wheel. Yeah, I better take this down there too, because I might as well clean the edge up. I'm going to put on my ear protection. That's something I don't really don't like, is the grinding noises. Man, that's kind of sharp on the old ear. Let's see, where's my cords over on my mixer? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. No. For a minute I thought it was recording upside down again. Been having that problem with it recording upside down, and that really blows. Then it doesn't look right, and then you don't get to see what I do or did or however or doing. But here we go. I'm gonna cut this in half and go from that route. I'll just take it outside. I like to kind of grind outside. Looks a little square, don't it? Huh. Not quite the same length. All right, now that I kind of think of where I really want to put these. Let's see here. Guess it really doesn't matter. Oh, is that a 2-inch? I think that might have been. Maybe I ought to measure the whole thing, see if they're even equal in there. Oops. It says it's about 6.5. It says not quite 6.5, so that's pretty darn close. I'll measure from the end. That way I know that, at least they're fairly the same. I'll measure that right there. I think this was 2.5. I guess it really doesn't matter, because I'm just kind of making this up, I'm gonna go right there. Let's see here. Another thing I should probably find is a square, or I don't know if I can put a square on that or not. Let's just take this first piece and kind of place it up there and see. Whoops. Okay, this I'm gonna have to trim a little bit to get the fit on there. Right. Well, let's just call it there. There's this. This will probably change as I get to cleaning this up, but this will kind of somewhat give me an idea on where we are, I guess. Looks like roughly 28. Yeah, that's That's pretty close. All right, so now what I need to do, I think I'm gonna place that right in there. I don't know how I should cut this. Or cut that. Oops. What I should do is heat it up and so forth, but I think I'm gonna keep it close here. If I cake out, what is that right there? See, I'm gonna do this the funny way. That looks to be about right there. So I hold that right there. Looks maybe be right there. And then, whoops. Let's take it out right there. If this works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't, right? I mean, I don't have to be perfect here. Like I said, it's just kind of making up as, whoops, making up as we go. If that'll even. Yeah, I'll have to take that to that corner. All right. Oops. Make sure this thing's still recording the way it's supposed to. Oh, I just need a little bit more out of that, don't I? Oops, yeah, I kind of shrinked the net up a little bit, but just a little bit more. Yeah, come out about there. Watch me just keep. What if I took just the corner out? That might be not too shabby, maybe. I don't quite like that yet, because there's a pretty big gap right there. I could expand it, but I don't want to. Yeah, probably have to take it right there. I'm just going to notch that out a little bit and see what happens. You see, it just kind of makes stuff up sometimes. There we go. That'll work right there. Okay. Whoops. You know what I should do? I'm just gonna leave it there. All right. I'm just gonna eyeball this a little bit. Where's that bottom? I know this isn't as nice as what a person should maybe think about doing, but that's how I'm gonna do it. You say I don't have to be perfect. I'm not a manufacturer. If I was doing this, well, even if I was doing this, somebody else is exactly how I'd do it. You know, I'm just kind of wasting metal here, ain't I? Okay. Need to cut more off the top. Yeah, because I got it twisted in there, buddy. Guess I kind of forgot about that. About it being on a twist. Oh well, right. Oop. Yeah, I'm messing with compound curves or angles. Oh, just a little off the tip, huh? Oh, yeah, just a little off the tip. I'm gonna hit that with the flap attacker. Oh, just a little bit more. That's not too bad there. Just gonna take a little out of that, just to kind of flatten it up a little. Let's run into another little issue right there. Let me take that corner off. That's it right there. Got that bolt on the other side. take this off a little bit. I didn't really, as you can tell, I didn't measure, just. There, that's a lot better. Yeah, it's not too shabby right there. You measure this right there. Now we're going to be starting on the other side. But what I'm gonna do is clean this up. I'll get that pushed over on the other side. Gonna have to double check here. You see how I kind of did that right there? You know, dealing with this kind of angle, that kind of angle. This angle will probably end up changing anyway, but it'll just pitch this a little bit. Because I think what I might do, I might run it this way just to see. But see the pin. Let's see if I can make sure you can see here. The pin falls down into here, and I got to keep it away from my cable. And I don't know if I'm gonna, but I have debated on this might be a little too low. I haven't quite decided, but I think it might catch dirt. So I'm thinking about taking this and kind of bringing it out to the side so that I can lower it a little bit, and I just got to watch out for that. I don't know. I might test it first, see. I don't know. We'll just see. So I'll make believe. I was kind of making this up as I go, and I might have seen an issue there. I don't know. But I'm going to go ahead and make sure this is back to the tongue's basically square with that front bar, and then I'm going to tack this piece in, and then that'll help me on the next piece with it not wanting to move. So I'm going to shut this off because I'm going to be welding, and you know, you'll see here in a sec. There you have it. There's going to be the tongue here. I don't know if you can quite see. That's how they weld it up there. Maybe I'll take the hat off and I see it a little better. Yeah, where they welded up there. That's how it's going to sit in there. But now, I don't know if you guys care to watch or anything like that. But I gotta, I guess, clean up the metal. So I'm going to use, it's just acetone. I use a lot of acetone, I think. I'm gonna wipe it up. Gonna hopefully clean off anything that's on it. A lot of this is just rusty metal. So I'm gonna need to brush that, don't it? But yeah, I'm just gonna clean it up a little bit with some acetone. You can tell, see, it's still got some rust on it, because this was really bad. Did I even get that? I don't even think I got that, folks. Okay, I'm gonna put this back up. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this back off. I'll just clean it all up. That's what I'm gonna do. I guess I missed this rusty spot there. You can tell this side isn't as bad. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up a little better. Like I said, I missed a little spot right there, and obviously right there, so that was probably the case right there. So I'm gonna brush that off, the wire brush, and then I'm gonna clean it up with the acetone, and then I'll dig out the paint and I guess show you how I painted, I guess. All right, I just went ahead and painted it. I figure, you know, everybody can probably paint or however, but there it is in primer gray. Yeah, I got a couple runs, but you know, it's a piece of implement. I will say, I thought hopefully this stuff will be okay. I had it in that cabinet, and I've got a heat lamp in there, but I don't know, it kind of looked a little crusty, but it might have been just air or whatever. I didn't have any filters. The gun didn't clog up, but and I didn't have any paint cups either, so I just put it in this pickle jar, and I think I filled the puka jar up to about there. I still got 1/4 inch. So, I mean, I didn't use, but I don't know how much. Very little. But I will let you know, if you use this Van Sickle tractor paint, like I said, this is just primer. You will need this naphtha or this VMNP. Basically, when I did, I just do it to where it seems to spray good. And just so if anybody wanted to know, this is my paint gun. It's just sharp. Here, maybe I just look at the box. I normally just store it in the box, but it is a Sharp Finex. I don't know if it shows part number anywhere. There it is. FX3000 HVLP. It's a pretty good gun. I've used a Sharp before. The other Sharp I'd had, and I used it a bunch all the time. It was called a Cobalt, and it worked really good. And I don't know if this Finex or whatever they call it, I don't know if it's a replacement of the Cobalt or not, but I've used this one now, I don't know, half a dozen times maybe. I probably don't need this nice a gun. I think this thing costs, I don't know, $150 maybe. I've bought a gauge and so forth. All I really wanted was just some sort of little regulator. I'm by no means a professional painter or anything, but I just use the volume to see, or the air control, just to where it sprays nice. But there it is. There's the stuff. There's the tongue. The tongue's all painted with primer gray. The next stage will be, of course, gray paint. But you know, I'm not going to make this just one video here. I'll go ahead and you know, work on these wheels and hubs, and I'll try to make the rest of it in one video. But since I'm still trying to decide on the hub, I decided I better do something. So there's the tongue. So there you go, folks. Van Sickle spray paint out of a Sharp's Finex, or Sharp Finex. I don't know, works pretty good. But don't forget, if you go into the store, you got to get some sort of reducer. But works real good. Seems real durable. The other things I've painted is held together quite well. So, but there you go. Thank y'all.